Welcome back, my beautiful people. This is your boy Stefan, your Grenadian ambassador. Hope we all had a wonderful weekend. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Well, guys, brothers and sisters, history is something that we should never forget. Sometimes we are quick to forget, but history is something, the past is something that we should never forget. We should never forget the mistakes of the past and the sacrifices that those who have long gone before us have made. In this video today, I'm going to feature to you a Black American urging Grenada and Grenadians to please do not fall for the traps of her country, the United States, her administration, Donald Trump administration. And when we speak about the United States, we are not talking about the people. So guys, do not get us wrong. Do not get me wrong. We are addressing the regime of Trump and his administration. This Black American is warning Grenadians to refuse the proposal of the United States in setting up military equipment here on the island because it will have long-term consequences. And these consequences are something that we are not prepared to pay. The price that comes with it is something she believes that Grenada is not prepared for. Well, we're going to talk all about it when we come back. Take a listen.
You ever notice how the U.S. only calls it a dictatorship when it's a black country that's decided that they don't need saving? Because in 1979, this 35-year-old man led a revolution on his little island called Grenada. And when he tried to build something real, schools, healthcare, literacy, America called him a communist and made sure that he never got to finish what he started. Meet Maurice Bishop. He wasn't chasing power, he was chasing dignity. Bishop and his people threw out a corrupt leader named Eric Gary. He built free schools, made healthcare accessible, and launched adult literacy programs that nearly wiped out illiteracy on the island. He'd tell people that they must be the engineers of their own futures. That line hit different because he actually meant it. Grenada started looking like proof that a small black nation could thrive without begging the U.S. or Britain for approval. Then Bishop linked up with Cuba for doctors, teachers, engineers, not missiles. But Washington saw that as a threat. Reagan's team went on TV calling that little island a Soviet base because they were building airports to bring in tourism. Imagine that. An airport becomes a reason to invade? The real fear wasn't communism. It was a black country standing on its own 2 feet. But by '83, people inside Bishop's own party started turning on him. His deputy, Bernard Cord, accused him of being too popular and had him locked up. But the people weren't playing that. Thousands of Grenadians marched. They freed him and they carried him through the streets. And within hours, soldiers loyal to Cord opened fire. Bishop and several ministers were taken to Fort Rupert and executed against a wall. And 6 days later, the U.S. invaded under something called Operation Urgent Fury. They said it was to restore democracy. You don't bomb a tiny island filled of 100,000 people to restore anything. You bomb it to remind them who's in charge. After his death, people cried in the streets. He wasn't a dictator, he was hope. And the U.S. couldn't let that stand. So they buried him under headlines calling him a Marxist puppet. Meanwhile, the airport that he built, it still stands. They renamed it Maurice Bishop International Airport. Every plane that lands there touches the ground that he dreamed up. Maurice Bishop didn't die because he failed. He died because he made freedom look possible. Because every time a black nation tries to build something of its own, the empire shows up with bombs and a press release. They call it democracy, but really? It's fear. Fear of what happens when we stop asking for permission. Say his name. Maurice Bishop.
And so the message is plain and simple. To the government of Grenada, the NDC administration, the ball is in your court. Make the right decision and the Grenadian people will love you and you will be there for quite some time. But make the wrong decision, give America that permission, then the Grenadian people will never forget you. They will never forget you and they will have no mercy on you when they go to the polls in the next general election. Do the right thing. We say no to this military installment of raiders on our island. I don't care whether it's big raiders, small raiders, I don't care. We do not want it because we, this generation of Grenadians, cannot be fooled. We know our history. Some of us, including myself, did not live through revolution times, but we know our history. I am a man of history, and I know what my country had went through under the hands of the United States. Guys, let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section below. But this is the same international airport they said that Maurice Bishop was building for the Soviet Union. They said that we were building to accommodate the Cubans and all of these things for military purposes. And it is that same airport they want to come and use now for their military endeavors. Grenadians, get up, rise up. Let your voices be heard. If we have to go out on the streets like our parents did when Maurice Bishop was arrested and they went on the streets, demonstrated and freed him. If we have to go out on the streets to free our country that is now under siege by the Americans, right, to use us, to get us to do what they want to do, then so be it. This is a decision that calls for national intervention, island-wide intervention by the people of Grenada. It is our voice that needs to be heard. It is our decision, not just the decision of Deacon Mitchell and his administration. The people selected the government. The government did not select the people. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section below. All for now, God bless you. Take care. Until then, bye-bye.
There's an interesting one that we saw very recently in a secret report of the State Department. I want to tell you about that one. That secret report made this point, that Grenada is different to Cuba and Nicaragua. And the Grenada Revolution is in one sense even worse, I'm using their language, than the Cuban and Nicaraguan revolutions, because the people of Grenada and the leadership of Grenada speaks English and therefore can communicate directly to the people of the United States. They said that 95% of our population is black, and they had a correct statistic. And if we have 95% of predominantly African origin in our country, then we can have a dangerous appeal to 30 million black people in the United States.